All right, today we're diving into one of the most, let's call it, curious chapters in the entire Bible. Numbers chapter 7. Now, on the surface, it really does look like a super long, repetitive list. But, and this is the cool part, hidden inside that very repetition is this incredible message about equality and unity and what it really takes to build something sacred. So let's get into it and solve the mystery of this very, very long list.
So this is the big question, right? This is the puzzle at the heart of the chapter. I mean, think about it. If you were reading a novel and the author described the exact same sandwich down to the last crumb 12 times in a row, you'd probably think it was a typo, a copy-paste error. But in a text like this one, a text that is so deliberate, you got to assume there are no mistakes. There's only meaning. So what on earth is the point of this seemingly endless repetition? That's what we're going to figure out. And yeah, here it is. You can see it for yourself. Verse after verse, it's the same exact list of stuff. One silver charger, one silver bowl, a golden spoon, a bullock, a ram, a lamb. It just goes on and on and on. It's a really bold choice, and it just makes you stop and ask, why? To get the answer, we have to rewind to the very beginning of the chapter. Okay, so let's set the scene. All of this kicks off on the very day that Moses finishes setting up the tabernacle. You know, this is their brand new, portable sanctuary. It's been anointed. It's been sanctified. It is officially the sacred center of the entire community. And now it's time for the dedication. So the very first thing that happens is that the leaders, the princes of the 12 tribes, they all come together, and they bring this very practical, unified gift, 6 wagons and 12 oxen. Now, this isn't just a random pile of stuff. You can see how organized it is. It's a thoughtful, communal effort to provide for the practical needs of this new sanctuary.
But what's really fascinating is how these gifts were then handed out. See, the Levites were the ones in charge of moving the tabernacle, but they all had different jobs. The sons of Gershon, they got 2 wagons for the light stuff, the curtains. The sons of Merari got 4 wagons for all the heavy structural parts, the boards and pillars. But the sons of Kohath, they got 0, nothing. And verse 9 tells us exactly why. Because their job, their sacred duty, was to carry the most holy objects on their own shoulders.
Okay, so the tabernacle service is now equipped. The main event can begin. And God tells Moses that this isn't going to be some quick one-day party. No, this is going to be a formal affair. Each of the 12 princes will bring an offering for his tribe, 1 prince per day, for 12 straight days.
So on day 1, Nahashon from the tribe of Judah steps up, and his offering is incredibly specific. We're talking precious metals, vessels for the sanctuary, and this whole list of animals for all the different kinds of sacrifices, burnt, sin, and peace offerings. This is a complete, all-in act of dedication. Now, I want you to burn this list into your memory.
Because here's the twist. On day 2, the prince of Issachar brings his offering, and guess what? It's identical. On day 3, the prince of Zebulun brings his, and it's the exact same thing. That super detailed list we just looked at, that wasn't a one-off. That was the standard. The pattern was officially set.
So for 6 straight days, this procession just keeps on going. A different prince representing a different tribe, but performing the very same act of devotion. You can almost imagine this sense of rhythm and powerful ceremony just building and building with each day that passes.
And it just keeps going for another 6 days, until every last one of the 12 tribes has had their turn. 12 days, 12 princes, 12 completely identical offerings. The commitment here is total, it's methodical, and it's universal.
Which brings us back to our big mystery. Why write it all out? I mean, why not just say, and the other 11 tribes brought the same thing? Well, because the repetition isn't just filler. The repetition is the message. And that message is all about a pattern of perfect equality.
This is the key. You have to remember, some of these tribes, like Judah, were huge and powerful. Others were way smaller, less influential. But when it came to dedicating their national sanctuary, their contribution was identical. Their standing before God in this sacred act was exactly the same. Think about it. By spelling out each offering in full, day after day, the text is giving each and every tribe its own moment of honor. It's screaming from the rooftops that no tribe's gift was more or less important than anybody else's. This was a radical statement of unity and equality, right at the very founding of their national worship.
So after 12 days of this incredible, equal participation, what was the end result? The final verses of the chapter give us the grand total. And honestly, the scale of this unified effort is just monumental.
First up, the most precious items, 12 golden spoons, each one filled with incense, symbolizing the prayers of the people, one from each and every tribe.
And then there's the silver. All those dedicated bowls and chargers combined weighed a whopping 2,400 shekels. That is an enormous treasure dedicated to the service of the tabernacle.
And the animals, oh man, the animals. When you add up all the bullocks and rams and lambs and goats from 12 full days of offerings, you get a grand total of 252 animals dedicated to God. Just staggering. You know, seeing it all laid out like this, it really puts the scale of their shared commitment into perspective. This final tally is just a powerful testament to what a community can achieve when every single member participates as an equal. It's an incredible visual of their collective heart. But the story doesn't just end with the list of totals. All of this, the 12 days, the mind-numbing repetition, this huge statement of equality, it was all building towards one final, crucial moment. What was the ultimate result of this incredible, unified dedication? And there it is. This is the climax of the whole chapter. After the people have done their part, after they have come together as equals to dedicate this space, Moses enters. And for the very first time in the new tabernacle, he hears the voice of God speaking directly to him from the Ark of the Covenant. Their unified, equal effort is what consecrated the space and opened up that direct line of communication. So that really long, super repetitive chapter, it's not just some ancient inventory list. It's actually a carefully structured story about how a community is truly built. It suggests that when every single member contributes equally, when they all share the same purpose, something sacred is created. A space where real connection and communication can finally happen. And it kind of leaves us with a powerful question to think about. What can we build when we all decide to come to the table as equals?